tonight, but give it up for my boxing boy, Bobby B.
Good evening, everyone. How's everybody tonight? Yeah, food's good here, right? I eat here a lot. Anyway, yeah, my name is Bobby B. I'm from New York City, as you can tell, right? From the southern accent, right? And,
I can tell by the scarf.
there you go. No, I'm hiding the hickeys, that's why. Yeah. Remember those days? You remember. Anyway, yeah, I'm half Italian, half Sicilian. So when people hear that you're Sicilian and you're from New York, right away they think you're connected to the mob, right? I mean, doesn't that like stereotype, right? Rude, but I am. I am. I know a lot of people from the mob, honestly. I can't tell you who. If I tell you who, then I have no audience. I have to go back. You know, the other thing I just have to say, to be honest with you, is as you're all here right now, and I'm speaking on stage, I have associates in the parking lot right now. They're doing maintenance on your car, so I suggest you laugh, and because all I gotta do is push the button. Anyway, I come from a really crazy family. I have my father. My father was an old-fashioned Sicilian, old school. Born here, but very old school. He believed that in order to get something, you had to earn, you had to work for it. On the other hand, I never did. I never did. You know, I used to, when I was living home, I had asked him once, I said, Dad, I need $10 for sneakers. Now this is back in the 70s. Back in the 70s, and you could Google this, sneakers did cost $10, Converse All-Stars. And he looked at me like what I had asked him, and he's like, what? And he looked at my mother, and he's like, what, is he crazy? He goes, $10 for one pair? Now you gotta understand, like my $10 and my father's $10 is two different things. You can only get one pair of sneakers. With my $10, my father could get 13 pairs of shoes, go eat lunch, come back and still have change. It's like he stretches the soup, he stretches $10, my father. And my mother was like in the background, she's like, shh, don't worry. I was like the baby of the family, and she's like, don't worry, I'll get it. My father used to go to sleep. She used to reach all the way into the closet, into one of his suits. He had like a ball of $100 bills wrapped up in about 30 rubber bands. Every time she took that out, it looked like it was a science project. Like it looked like the planet Saturn, you know? And we used to actually rob my father, but he never knew. He never knows. My father he only had 20% hearing. This is pretty good. One time, like, I used to mimic him all the time, and yeah, you know, treading the waters. My father was a big guy, and he, like I said, 20% hearing, and one time he really got me pissed off, and I said under my breath, I says, you know what, Dad, if it costs you a quarter to get dressed in the morning, you walk out cock and balls naked, right? And the next thing you know, I got smacked, and I went flying in about a room, and I'm like, I turned around, I'm like, what? I thought he was deaf. My mother goes, he could read lips. There's mirrors all over the house. So, yeah, so then I learned like that after I went. How many people have been to an Italian wedding? Did you have a good time? Yeah. You really did have a good time? You're full of shit. Because you know what? 250 Italians in one room, they assemble in one room, they're the biggest phonies on earth. They are, trust me, I'm one of them. And it's true, and you got 250 people that assemble, and all they do is talk about each other, right? And it's so funny because, like, as soon as we got the invitation in the mail, like, I go like this, I'm like telling my wife, I ain't going. She's like, you're going, we ain't going, you ain't going. So by the time we got the invitation, until 5 months later that the wedding was, I wound up going. And then I'm like, well, I ain't sitting at the table with these people. This is my family. I'm like, I can't stand them, I can't stand them. You're gonna have a good time, you're gonna have a good time. We go to the table that has the cards and the names, sure enough, they're at the same table, right? So I sit down, I'm looking at them. See, a lot of people don't know about us Italians, we're gifted ventriloquists. You know that? Did you know Italians are? No? Because we have the ability to look at somebody we hate and motherfuck them straight in their face. You know? And it's like you're looking at them and they go, Bobby, how you doing? I'm like, good, how's everything? And what? Okay, your mother. No, all right. And it's just like we just cursed under our breath and everything, and they're laughing. They're like, oh, okay, good, you know. Oh man. And there's always that one aunt at the wedding, right? She's just like my aunt. She's widowed, and she gets drunk a lot. She gets really like what they call three sheets into the wind.
Yeah.
3 sheets into the wind. Drunk as a skunk, whatever. She gets really like pulverized, my aunt. And she makes a spectacle of herself. And the worst thing is, and I know you guys are eating, but when it comes time to dance and she takes her shoes off, everybody's like, oh my God, oh my God. Now, not only was she hammered, but her fucking toes were hammered too. It's like one toe went north, the other toe went south. They look like U-turn signs, right? I used to tell her, her name was Cabela. I used to say, hey Cabela, do me a favor, next time you buy a new pair of shoes, throw the shoes out, wear the shoe boxes, because you gotta hide those things. They're so fucking ugly, you know? And she had no idea what I was talking about. But anyway, yeah, like at 5 o'clock in the morning, like when the nephews were bagged up and everything, we used to ring a bell. We said, I'll be right up and everything. No, I'm kidding. That was an inside joke. Anyway. Doesn't make me look like a joke. No, I'm kidding. The other thing is, Italian people, we hate to say goodbye. Now, I want everybody to agree, and you're going to have to agree on this one. When you go visit somebody who's Italian, doesn't the goodbyes last longer than the visit?
Yeah.
Right? Like you'll visit for an hour, and it'll take you 3 hours to get to that friggin' car. And it's so funny because this is how it works. You got two families, and it's something about Italians where we don't like to talk to each other. It's a thing. Like instead of just confronting the person and saying, listen, let's hash this out. We just won't talk for years. Years. And no, this is true. And holidays will go by, Christmases and stuff like that. And we used to go on vacation together. So these are the two families, right? They only came together because somebody was sick in the family, right? And they felt guilty. So now the funny thing is when you visit somebody who's Italian, you don't go in the living room. We have living rooms, but they're roped off.
Yeah.
You can't go in, it's like the Italian Smithsonian. There's everything preserved in there. There's furniture, there's silverware and everything. There's stuff that hasn't been touched for 50 years that they're saving for their grandkids. It's amazing. But everything's done in the kitchen. Everything's done in the kitchen. You eat, you drink, you bullshit, you dance, whatever. So now it's time to leave. And the funny thing is now you start seeing tears. People are crying. And they're hugging each other. And they're like, you know what, since Mom and Pop died, we should have never been like this. You know, we haven't spoken in years. Look what it did to the kids. It's like, you know what, it's like, why don't we, he's like, do you have the same phone number? We gotta start going away again. And it's like, they all start crying, you know, and look what, and they just like, and I love you, I love you, I love you. This can't be done anymore. You know, and the hugs, they keep going on, and you want to get out of there so bad that they just keep hugging you and kissing you and everything, and they're so sincere until the door closes. And once that door closes and the people are in the car, here's the people inside the house. Ready? You go. Who the fuck invited them over? Who was it? Was it you? Because if it was you, I'm gonna smack you right in the fucking face. Are you serious? You invited them over? Did you see how they disrespected us? Did you see that? Did you see what they brought over? They brought Entenmann's cake over. They brought the cupcake over with the cocaine topping, the powder topping. Okay, instead of stopping for like a pastry store, bringing like sfogliatelles and cannolis. Did you see that? Throw that number out the friggin' window. We ain't seeing them again. Here's the people in the car. These are all laughing. They're like, oh my God, did you see that house? Jesus Christ. It's like they got red velvet curtains. They're like, what are they, gypsies? It's like, what do they read palms in that house? It's like, what? They got no style. Did you see the daughter? The daughter. She's got look like they had two spiders hanging off her eyelids with those fake eyelashes. And let me ask you something, the son. How old is the son again? 8? He weighs 800 pounds, the fucking kid. He goes, what do you do? What does he eat? Volkswagens for breakfast? Throw the fucking number out the window. It's like, forget about it. They ain't gonna talk to him for like another 20 years. But, yeah, I mean, we're crazy. We're crazy Italian people. And it's one other thing about Italians, like when they go to weddings, right? Years ago, and this is true, like you decide on the way there how much you're going to give them. So you would say, in other words, you give $400 cash, right? Back then everything was cash. So you would give four $100 crisp bills. Excuse me. Four $100 crisp bills in a sealed envelope. Now we go to weddings, we have $400, but there's different denominations. There's 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s, and the envelope is open. Why? Because we deduct during the night. Okay? Because as soon as you pull up to the valet and they got you 45 minutes, that's $5. So now from 400 you're down to $3.95. Okay? The cocktail hour sucks. Watered down liquor, 20. When you're eating dinner, what happened? What? The fish sucks. Throw it out. Take 50 out of the envelope. Take 50 out of the envelope. By the time the envelope gets to the bride and groom, they got enough money to buy a Happy Meal. It's the truth. It's like, but this is how we are. This is, I mean, like I said, we're our own worst enemies, Italians, you know. But it was fun growing up Italian, and like I says, I don't know. I mean, I have a cousin Vito. First of all, does anybody, people know Italian here? Do you know how to speak Italian? Do you know what Vito means in Italian?
No.
V-I-T-O? That means moron. It means imbecile, idiot. Really, I got a cousin, he's a class A moron, and I'll explain to you why. This kid is a store-bought gangster. This kid thinks he's a mob guy, right? He goes and buys the sweatsuits with the sneakers and this and that. He's got the fake jewelry, right? He's got his hair shook back with the black crap and everything. Every time he goes out, he wears about 5 gallons of Paco Rabanne. You're like, where's Vito? I smell him. He'll be here in about 3 hours. I can smell him coming. The Paco Rabanne, right? And he talks like a Japanese Scooby-Doo. It's like, you're like, Vito, what's up? Like, normally you would say, all right, listen, we're going to get going. Vito, what's up? I don't get go. What, Vito? We're going to get go. Like, what a fucking idiot. But you know what? One time, this is true. We went fishing, me and Vito, right? Just a rowboat, nothing big, nothing fishing in a rowboat, right? He's got the suit, he's got everything, a cigar, he's smoking a cigar. So we get this fish, it's a big fish, flapping all over the place. We're trying to get a hold of him. I'm saying, Vito, don't rock the boat. He's like, I can't get a hold of him. I said, just grab a hold of him. I says, cut him, do something. I says, cut the friggin' line. What are you gonna say? He goes, I don't know what to do. He goes, let's drown the motherfucker. It's a fish, Vito. Can't drown fish, Vito. And one time I said, Vito, come with me. I gotta go to the pet store, get my dog some food. He goes, yeah, I know. We go in there, right? There's like 5 or 6 cute puppies, right? And he goes to pet one of them, and they went for him. He's like, what? Motherfucker, he goes. And the owner comes over, he goes, do you have a problem? He goes, yeah, I got a problem with your boy here. He disrespected me, this dog. I'm going to take him outside and smack him. So I said, Vito, let's go. Let's get out of here. I said, you're such a fucking idiot, right? And I'm trying to, he's disrespecting me. We get in the car, 20 minutes later, he goes, turn this car around. I got to go hit him. I got to hit that fucking puppy. I said, Vito, too much Sopranos, Vito. Too much fucking Sopranos, man. Turn HBO off. Stop watching porn. Do something else, because he's a fucking idiot. It really is. And by the way, if there's any single women, Vito is single, just so you know, and you wonder why, right? Imagine Lou with something like that. Imagine that. He's a real fucking idiot. He really is. But he's nice people. I got nothing against him or anything. You know what? I just want to talk. Forget about the Italians, because I just get tired of talking about us. You know, I know we're idiots, we're morons, but what the fuck it is. Do anybody have commercials they can't stand? Like you watch TV, you're like, oh, this fucking commercial
Cars
again.
for kids. I'm sick of that commercial.
Which one?
Cars for kids.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Ready for this one?
Oh.
I don't sleep as it is. She hit the nail on the head. I don't sleep as it is, and this is a true story. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm pacing back and forth, right? And all of a sudden, right here, 1-877 cars for kids. Okay. I said, fucking kid. I said, they want us to donate a car. I want to put him under a fucking car. This kid. I can't stand the voice. The voice is disgusting. Another commercial, honestly. that like really disgusts me, that Lumi, that Mando, okay. This gynecologist, this skank, this Steve Ox, right? She had nothing to do one day except sit down and go, let me see. What product could I make that's so disgusting that makes Americans look really, really bad? So the thing is, okay, I'll invent something that you have to put a pea size on your ass, your crack, your balls, your feet, your bush, anywhere on your body, and you don't have to take a shower for 72 hours. Now, how this is why people are running for flying planes into buildings, because why? Italian people, not Italians again, American people don't want to bathe. What's wrong with using soap and water? This guy comes up with this friggin' product that if you ever seen her, she looks like she got bitch slapped 10 seconds before they filmed the fucking commercial, right? And the other thing is, like I said, this I'm going to say mildly, but you imagine being with her after 72 hours and not bathing? And I'm not user eating, so that's all I'm going to say. You know where I'm going with that. One more commercial that really, oh my God, you know what, to each his own. I'm from the village. I'm from Greenwich Village, okay? So Greenwich Village, there's a lot of gay people there. I have nothing, I love gay, I have friends that are gay. Okay? But they do a commercial there. It's a commercial for, I think it's called Dovato. It's an HIV drug. It's a pill form. And, right? And the guy's about 6'5", right? He's got an Adam's apple like a softball. He's got hands the size of Michael Jordan, this guy, and he's dressed up as a woman. And he's like, and you look at him, I gotta sit down for this one. Because I have to really do this nicely. He goes, with Dovato, I'm down to only 3 pills a day. Only 3 pills a day, honey. You hear that? 3 pills a day. I got the solution. You ready for this? Are you eating or you want to stop for 3 seconds? What do you think I'm going to say, honestly? If you guys weren't eating, not only kidding, it's nothing really bad or anything like that, but just stop doing what you're doing. Learn to pitch and stop catching. You understand what I'm saying? Right? You just want me to spell it out? Because I'll yell it out. Okay. Stop taking it in the shit chute. That's all right? I don't want you to stop that. Well, the fart locker, the brown eye, the twins. Do you get it now? You get it now? Stop taking it in the ass. That's all. And you don't have to take a fucking pill anymore. Learn to fucking pinch and stop catching. That's all. Very simple. It's so simple and you don't have to take any more pills, honey. You don't. Don't I do a gay person where I can do something, man? I am pretty good. Like,
I thought you weren't here.
You know it, honey. You know it. You know, I'll tell you one thing real quick, too. Don't fuck with a queen, okay? Anybody that gay people and everything, a queen you never want to fuck with, okay? Because one time when I was in the city, I was in the village, right? And we went someplace, there was a line to get in. I happened to cut in front of this, whatever it is, right? And it was him and I guess his partner. They call them partners. Okay, partner. Your partner. It's his boyfriend. It's not a partner. They're just trying to fucking sugarcoat everything, right? It's him. It's my partner. So he goes like this, and I hear him behind me. He goes, and his friend's going, all right, just let it go, let it go, let it go. He goes, it's okay. It's okay. Calm as a bitch. Calm as a bitch. He don't know who he's fucking with, this son of a bitch. He goes, I get him. I'll get this motherfucker good, right? He goes, let it go, let it go, leave him alone. Oh no. I'll fucking scratch his eyes out, rip his fucking hair off his head that he'll need a wig by the time he goes home. So tell me right now, and you, don't even fuck with me because your ass will be on the couch tonight. Don't fuck with me, I'll tell you right now. Anyway, that's That's my time. I'm Bobby B. Everybody have a good time tonight. Enjoy your food. Your cars are safe. Don't worry about it. You'll be allowed in.
Keep it going for Bobby. My car is not safe. Because I am driving it. How's it going over here, Carol? I said, how's it going? Oh, he was talking about taking it in the ass. Okay, you got that. I picked that one up too. But, oh God. I don't want to talk about politics and I don't care who the fuck you voted for. But, that Trump, I'll tell you, you can't arrest him, you can't kill him, it's incredible. The rally he had, they shot at him, and the Secret Service said, "Duck, Donald, duck!" And he started laughing.